Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Xerxes coming today with a new video, and today we have the basically cornerback predictions. Before we get into it, I just want to say that I know that Norman is number 24 on the Redskins, but for some reason the roster that I have he's number 33. And also, before we get into that, I know that we know what overall Norman is because we also got leak. We know he's an 88 overall, but of course I had to throw him in here because he's going to be an elite cornerback. So starting off, we have Marcus Peters, 26 passes defended, 60 tackles, and 8 interceptions. That is the most targeted cornerback in the NFL, so it makes sense that he led the league in interceptions with 8 interceptions. I believe he was tied in a three-way tie for that. So he's going to get an 85 overall. If you guys did not know, Todd Gurley got an 85 overall, and he was the offensive rookie of the year. So I think it only makes sense that the defensive rookie of the year also gets 85 overall. This could possibly be 86, but I'm going to go with 85 just to be safe. So coming up, we have Joe Hayden, 2 passes defended, 22 tackles, 0 interceptions. Joe Hayden was an 88 overall at the start of this Madden. He was injured, I think, all year long. I think he played like 2-3 games maybe. So he's going to get an 85 overall. He jumped down from 88 to 85, sort of like Dez and everybody else that got really injured this year. They just take a big decrease in overalls, but Joe Hayden is definitely the lead cornerback in the NFL still, so I think he'll stay 85. Next up, we have DRC, had an amazing year, 13 passes defended, 3 picks, and 58 tackles. Definitely was a shutdown corner this year, and definitely was a pain in the ass to watch games when he went against the Cowboys, especially in our second meeting. It was just no fun. I think he had 2 touchdowns against the Cowboys. So he's going to get an 85 overall upgrade from his 84, and this card is going to be a beast in Madden 17. Definitely going to be expensive because he's going to be one of the fastest corners in the game, and he's going to have some great man coverage, but he will be expensive. Next, coming up, we have Aqib Talib, 13 passes defended, 45 tackles, 3 interceptions. Definitely a part of that Broncos shutdown defense they have with Von Miller, Talib, Harris. Completely amazing defense. He's going to stay 86 overall that he was at the beginning of this year. So yeah, he's not going to go up or go down. And I think he had about the same year as last year, just less tackles and passes defended, honestly. That's about it. But 86 overall for Talib sounds pretty solid. Maybe 87, but I'm going to stick with 86. Next up, we have Vontae Davis, 16 passes defended, 48 tackles, and 3 interceptions. One of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. I think he's a really underrated corner, but the Colts defense really isn't too solid, so no one really looks at them, sort of like the Browns with Joe Hayden. So he's going to go down to an 87 overall. He was an 88 at the beginning of this year because he actually got a positional hero card last year because he was probably a top 3 cornerback in the NFL. This year he kind of had a down year, didn't have as many picks, but he's still a very solid cornerback. Next up, we have Chris Harris Jr., 6 passes defended, 58 tackles, and 2 interceptions. That's beastly. If you only have 6 passes thrown your way, that is absolutely amazing. So he's going to get an 87 overall. Down from 88. I could be wrong that he may stay 88, but he didn't let a single touchdown up in 2 years until they played Antonio Brown and the Steelers. Then he actually did let them get a touchdown, but no touchdowns in 2 years is amazing. Next up, we have Patrick Peterson, 8 passes defended, 35 tackles, 2 interceptions. Obviously, Patrick Peterson is one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. In my opinion, top 2 cornerback in the NFL. No, probably top 3. So he's going to get an 88 overall card, up from his 86. Dangerous punt returner, kick returner, and an amazing shutdown corner. Not to mention that he doesn't have to deal with Calvin Johnson anymore, which was probably one of his hardest tasks ever. Besides that, probably AJ Green is his hardest person he has to face. Next up, we have Josh Norman, which I said before is number 33 for some reason. He has 18 passes defended, 56 tackles, and 4 interceptions. People are very kind of cautious about this guy. They don't know how he's going to do this year with the Redskins. Different scheme from the Panthers. People think he's just a cover 3 corner. So he's going to get an 88 overall. Obviously, everybody already knew this. But I don't think he's going to do that good with the Redskins, honestly. I think it was just Panthers defense that set him up to be a good corner in his 4th season in the NFL. Obviously, the Redskins don't have the pass rush that the Panthers do, or the defense, or even the linebackers at that. So coming up, we have Darrelle Revis, 9 passes defended, 39 tackles and 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions with 9 passes defended. That's pretty damn solid. Obviously, Revis is getting a little bit older. His card's going to be a little bit slower. Not going to have as good coverage, but he's still a lockdown corner in the NFL. So he's going to get an 89 overall. He came down from a 90 overall last year. Well, we had a 90 this year, so he's going to go down to an 89 overall. Obviously, still a lockdown corner, but you got to wonder how many more years he has. He's not that fast anyways. But coming up at the number 1 cornerback, we have 14 passes defended, 50 tackles, and 2 interceptions. Richard Sherman. A lot of people don't like this guy because he's cocky. He only stays on one side of the field, which is, I sort of think that he's overrated because he always stays on one side of the field. He doesn't really follow the best cornerback or the best receiver all game, but he's going to get a 90 overall card in Madden 17. I think he is the best cornerback in the NFL in my opinion. Maybe Patrick Peterson or Revis, but anyone can make an argument for that. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what position you guys want to see next. I already did quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment. See you guys next time.